Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Ohio Patriot Education Network and to another episode of the Grandstand. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about basically why Jake and Logan Paul both need their asses beat in the fucking streets right now. I'm just going to say it like it is right now, dude, honestly. Um, yeah, both these guys are going to get ass beating is what it is right now, dude. You got fucking piece of shit Jake Paul, who should be a convicted felon for his time when he was stealing shit during the 2020 rioting. Talking shit about Mike Tyson's dead child. I really hope Tyson beats his ass to death, honestly, in the fucking ring very soon. Whenever that fight happens here in July is what it is. And as of last night, piece of shit Logan Paul retained the WWE there for the whatever title he's holding there, which was a slap in the face, honestly, in general. When you got real wrestlers like Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, etc. there. And you got piece of shit little fucking YouTube douchebag fucking clout chasing fuckboys like Logan Paul. By the way, should have been banned from this site like well over a decade ago when he pulled that Suicide Forest bullshit. Instead, you had pieces of shit like Susan Wojcicki fuck people like me over for getting ad revenue because Logan's dumbass fucking stunt that should have actually cost him his YouTube channel. What it is there. So that was the first time I had a problem with this fucking guy, was that he cost me financially over the last decade. What it is. That's one of the biggest problems I have with the fucking asshole. And his entire fucking family to begin with, honestly, because they're both a couple of asswipes, is what it is. Him and Jake both, honestly. Then I found out about a couple hours ago, Logan's dumbass little whatever the fuck he calls that shit, impulsive or whatever the fuck it is. Apparently, he was talking shit about guns. He was specifically calling for gun control, is what it is, dude. It's just like, shut your fucking mouth, you little poser bitch. Like, seriously, we're fucking sick and tired of your shit, dude. Like, you may have been born in the state of Ohio, motherfucker. So was your idiot fucking brother. But guess what, douchebags? You're not a fucking Ohioans, is what it is. You will never, ever, ever be real Ohioans in this state. Because what did you do? The first chance you got, you left the state of Ohio to go fucking seek fortune and fame in California, where you rented a fucking house in some lavish-ass neighborhood there. Fucked up the entire neighborhood, by the way, in the process. Had the cops called you a bunch of times. That should have turned you into felons at that point, honestly, for various disturbing the peace and everything else like that. And just all kinds of fucking chicanery and stuff like that. That really, honestly, like I said, if you actually look at those videos back in the day that they were pulling there on their channels and stuff like that during that time, they should have been multi-time felons at this point, dude. They should literally be should have been in federal prison for like a decade of their lives, honestly. But yet they aren't, is the problem. And again, it has to do with, it's not who you know, it's who you blow, honestly, dude. And that's exactly what it is. These guys are both clear dick suckers, is what it is, of society, basically, as a whole. Hollywood specifically is what it is there. So yeah, they keep blowing their way to fucking fame is what it is. And I almost guarantee you, if Supernatural really was an actual, like, quote unquote documentary, not like a TV series, what it is there, dude, or at least elements of it anyway, I almost guarantee you that both Logan and Jake Paul made a Crossroads demon deal at some point in their life in the last decade or so to basically get fortune and fame is what it is there. Because it's the only thing that makes sense, honestly, at that point, man. Neither one of these guys are talented at all. They suck ass. They fucking suck major dick, honestly. They've done nothing to ever improve society. In fact, they've dumbed it down quite a bit, honestly, for that matter. They've created a complete generation of fucking morons. Just like that fucking retard that showed up last night in that stupid Prime fucking bottle that goes by the I Show Speed moniker and stuff like that, which I didn't even know who the fuck that guy was to begin with, honestly. And I literally heard his name for the first time like 2-3 days ago is what it was. When it was some random fan of his walking up, and it was actually some girl fan or whatever the case be that was like working out their job or whatever. Walked up to this guy to give him a hug, and she's like, "Oh, dude, you fucking stink." And like, I guess like that's apparently a known thing with that fucking dude, is like he just apparently doesn't either shower or wear cologne or something like that. That's what it is, dude, or wear any kind of deodorant or anything like that. And it's like, again, this is the problem with these fucking idiots, these clout chasing dipshits like that, whether it be Logan Paul, Jake Paul, that I Show Speed guy, etc. That will do whatever the fuck they have to get fame and fortune and everything else like that. Do nothing to actually improve society at all, is what it is. And in fact, in many cases, will go and do more criminal shit after the fact, not get actually arrested for the criminal stuff they do, is what it is. Not become convicted felons for what they're actually committing when it is felony charges and stuff like that should be leveled against them and whatnot. And instead, keep running their fucking mouths, and then they wonder why one day they just get Darwin Award on the fucking side of the pavement is what it is, dude. When they get an American History X treatment or something like that, is what it is then. So, which, I don't know. I know we got the clips coming up here in about, give or take, roughly about 10 hours or so. hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, it turns into the leftovers. Honestly, where these guys just disappear forever is what it is then, and we just never hear from the masses again. Is what it'll be then, man. So they just get dragged down to hell by fucking demons and shit like that. Is what it is, or something. So, but yeah, I really fucking hate this entire family. Is what it is, dude. I'll tell you what, if I could go back to 1995 and 1997, respectively, actually, when these assholes were born and stuff, so it would have been like 94, 96, respectively, that's what it would have been, I would have definitely handed their dad 2 condoms with this dude. They would have been better off without these fucking idiots in his life, is what it is. So, but anyway. But nah, seriously, bro, like, Logan and Jake Paul really are a couple of fucking assholes in general, man. And I'm not the least bit surprised that Logan knows nothing about Second Amendment, knows nothing about firearms, is a complete fucking waste of space, piece of shit, basically, anti-gun piece of garbage is what it is there. Yet, meanwhile, I'm sure he has an armed entourage wherever he goes is what it is there, dude. Because that's usually what anti-gunners are, dude. They're little bitches like that. They're fucking scared pussies who want to sit there and shit talk 2A, not know a fucking thing, not know the first fucking thing about the Constitution, yet then turn around, use it to their own advantage whenever they fucking can is what it is. The same thing with the government, by the way. Same thing with our politicians and our state governments and our federal government, etc. there, dude. You got these fucking idiots who will sit there and talk a lot of shit like that moron Tammy Smith. Or sorry, not Tammy Smith, Tina Smith, who is a Democrat from, I forget which state it is, but she's a U.S. Senator is what it is now. And she was bitching on X last night about how Ketanji Brown Jackson, like as of 2 years ago, was now a Supreme Court justice and stuff like that, even though she couldn't actually be in the Supreme Court because Biden's a cheating motherfucker and has no legal authority to appoint anybody to anything is what it is there. And so you had this idiot Tina bitching and moaning about, oh, well, look at Ketanji Brown Jackson. Or wait, Ketanji Brown Jackson? Whatever the fuck that bitch's name is. Doesn't matter. Ketanji, dumb bitch. Mind you, Ketanji's piece of shit ass literally gave slaps on the wrist to child molesters when she was an actual regular judge, is what it was there, dude. Below federal minimums. So that should tell you everything you know about that fucking piece of garbage woman is what it is, dude. And the people that support her, like this Tina woman, honestly, who's a U.S. Senator, and really just shows what everything you need to know about the Democrat Party in a nutshell in this country, honestly, dude. Where you got these motherfuckers who are literally the biggest fucking pieces of shit in the world. And it makes complete sense, honestly, that you have pieces of shit like Jake and Logan Paul that support these fucking asshole politicians like that in the Democrat Party. So, and support the gun control stuff and stuff like that, because they know for a fact that they would be the first ones that would get their asses handed to them in a real firefight is what it is, man. So, but anyway, I really wish Ohio had mutual combat laws on the books right now, dude, because I would love to challenge love to challenge Logan Paul to an actual fist fight in the streets of Ohio right now without having to get arrested for, just beating a guy's ass in the streets is what it is then. Because that's the thing with me, like I know I probably wouldn't be able to go completely against a guy or whatever. That's why, I'd obviously what the fuck I had to do to win is what it'd be then. So it's like, pocket sand here, brick upside the head there is what it is kind of thing. But no, for real though, man, like I know I got a couple of good hits in me right now, and I could easily ambush that motherfucker somehow on this then and just do what needs to be done then. So, but no, Logan Paul's a bitch, dude, for real. He's a fucking punk for sure. Even looking at the guy's wrestling career right now, he sucks at wrestling too, for that matter. He's honestly, I would compare him to Dominic Mysterio, but the thing is, he's worse than Dominic Mysterio because he has less of a moveset than Dominic does, dude. He has a frog splash and a couple forearm shivers and stuff like that's what it is, more or less. And that's pretty much his entire moveset. I mean, hell, Chris Benoit had a better moveset than Logan Paul does, dude. It really is a fucking joke, dude. And like I said, it was I was watching the WrestleMania highlights from last night, and it's such a slap in the face to see that punk ass retain and stuff, dude, when you had two far superior actual wrestlers that have spent decades of their lives in the business to get to where they are is what it is. And you got this piece of shit Logan Paul walking through a fucking door as some guest announcer guy, where it was a couple years ago in WWE there, and then basically offering him a fucking spot in a match or something like that, and then proceeding to basically him sucking McMahon's dick or whatever it was then, and probably taking up the ass by several people's my guess honestly at that point, to then get fame in the company and actually get a contract in the company. So yeah, it really is just a smack in the face, honestly, dude. Hell, David Arquette was a better fucking champion than Logan Paul's bitch ass is, man. I mean that shit seriously when I say that. So he was also way more famous than Logan Paul's piece of shit ass. So, Like, that's the problem with people like Logan Paul and stuff like that, dude, is they're fake famous is what I call them, honestly. They are like Z-list actors, or not, maybe not quite that much, but like, like HIJK, whatever it is, there, someplace in there. Like, way down the fucking line, dude. Because, again, they're quote-unquote YouTube celebrities and stuff like that. So, and that's really the entire problem with our society in a nutshell, dude, is these fucking kids that'll follow these idiots. Honestly, in the just world right now, you would actually have both Logan Paul and WWE at this point, because they have made a contract deal with him or whatever to promote that bullshit ass Prime drink is what it is there. You would actually have both him and that company sued for poisoning children at this point, man. Because you know damn well that garbage ass fucking drink he has right there, that's some kind of energy drink, whatever it is, dude. You know damn well it's got all kinds of fucking shit in it that doesn't need to be in there is what it is. And there's no way it's not going to give kids heart attacks and shit like that over the years and stuff. So, yeah. Again, every parent out there that has their kid drinking that crap should just see the shit out of Logan Paul for their kids even drinking that garbage, what it is, dude, for poisoning their children. So, just class action that motherfucker into bankruptcy is what it is then. But, I don't know. I feel like our society right now, the way it's crumbling and shit, dude, it's definitely gotten to a point right now where I don't think it's really going to matter what happens, because eventually you will have both Logan and Jake Paul finally get theirs is what it is, man. And like I said earlier about Tyson, just fucking, crushing Jake in the fucking ring and literally just like ending his life basically in the ring at that point, dude. Would I be surprised if it happened, honestly? Would I be surprised if Tyson lost control and just literally murdered the fucking guy in the ring? No, I really wouldn't be surprised with that at all, dude, if that happened. So, or at least like maybe not actually kill him in the ring, but like fuck him up enough to where it's like he wished he was dead because he's gonna be in a comatose state for like a month or something before he actually does die in the hospital or something like that kind of thing, man. So, but yeah, it's just there's some things you don't do, man, and that's the problem with people like Jake and Logan Paul, is that they don't know a damn thing about that thing, and so they'll sit there and say stupid shit and say more stupid shit and get their fucking run their goddamn mouths, thinking they're gonna get the comeuppance that they deserve with this dude, and eventually they're gonna piss off the wrong person, and they're gonna get fucking owned. Like, whether that be with bare fist or whether it be somebody just pulling a gun on them and fucking blowing the brains out, honestly, for that matter. So, like, neither would surprise me at this point, honestly, dude, if it happened to either one of these fucking guys. So, anyway. I don't know. Like I said, the further we come towards the fall is what it is in this country right now, dude, whether it be a civil war kind of thing or whatever the case be. The only hope I can actually think now is the fact that if we do get to World War III, both Jake and Logan, respectively, are still young enough to where I think they could be conscripted into the actual military is what it is, dude. So, there's always hope they could just die in a Russian conflict. Would that be the case then? So, but I don't know. It'd be kind of ironic if that's what happened to those two dudes. So, but yeah, no, like I said, though, in a just world, both of them would already been having a convicted felony record at this point, dude, for various shit. In Jake's case, it would be there was a during the 2020 riots, there was a mall he was at. I think it was either Arizona or New Mexico, where he stole a bunch of stuff from that mall, and that should have caught him like a bunch of fucking criminal trespassing charges and like all kinds of other felony record stuff. Is what it is there in the state of whichever one of those states it was there. And then, of course, Logan did a bunch of shady shit over the years, and I forget which one. I'm not sure if it was both of them or it was one or the other, if that be the case. I feel like both of them actually had gun stuff at one point there in California, which should have actually gotten them multiple felonies in the state of California is what it is. So, and it's kind of ironic that piece of shit Logan Paul is talking about, gun control this, background checks that, banning various rifles, this, that, and everything else like that. Doesn't know the first thing about the guns, by the way. So he sits there and falsely calls them assault rifles because fucking idiot is what it is. And that's the problem with people like Logan Paul, dude. They'll sit there and they'll be like the great little NPC that they are is what it is, dude. And I feel like that's the same thing with both these fucking siblings, what it is, both Jake and Logan for that matter. They are the most retarded NPCs ever in this country who, like I said, the only thing that would explain them ever getting fame is they dropped to their fucking knees behind a closed door and blew some dude. That would be one. Or two would be them actually going and making a fucking deal at a crossroads, having some demon show up, and it's like an episode of Supernatural where they kiss some fucking demon on the mouth, is what it is, to make the 10-year contract deals, what it is, dude. So if either one of these guys dies in the next couple of years, whatever the case be, like randomly, I wouldn't be surprised by it at all, dude, if it was some kind of demon deal they made or something. So, yeah, I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense then if you think about it, man, right? So I don't know, man. Like, it just seems very, like, very suspicious, by the way. And again, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, again, like, you know, money talks is what it is, man. And when you can make a giant, you know, multi-million-dollar fortune off other people's backs that are way better than you are, is what it is, man. Both way better human-wise and also way better just like spiritually, etc. There, it makes logical sense that you could use some of that money to pay off various cops or state officials, whatever the case be, then and bribe their asses, what it is, man. So, anyways, but yeah, like I said, I'm getting pretty sick and tired of both these fucking people, is what it is, man. And I'm not the only one in the network that feels that way, man. There's a lot of other people I've talked to over the last couple of years about this whole thing. And dude, I'll tell you what, there's people that are in the organization right now, dude, that fucking hate those guys worse than I do right now. Like, at least I'm willing to come on camera and talk about wanting to, you know, actually fight at least one of them then. There's other people, man, like, whoo, buddy. Like I said, they would just walk up and it would just be like, whoosh, right in the fucking face kind of shit is what it is, man. So, anyway. But yeah, like I said, hopefully both these guys get what's coming to them very soon is what it is. And, you know, hopefully it'll be Jake getting fucking owned in that Tyson fight is what it is in a couple months. And then hopefully Logan will just get his ass beat randomly in WWE there is what it is then eventually. So, in a just world, it'll be something like draws, honestly, where you just have Logan have just a regular match, whatever the case be, and then somebody does like a powerbomb or something on him and fucks him up permanently and just literally like paralyzes his ass or whatever then. So, one can hope, obviously, but, you know, people say, you know, you shouldn't say shit like that, but, you know, fuck these people, man, that's what it is. Like I said, when this motherfucker cost me like tens of thousands of dollars in ad revenue and stuff like that over the last decade or so because it was stupidity is what it is, didn't get his channel immediately fucking pulled from this site by the powers that be at the time, which is the absolute most bullshit thing is what it is, dude. Like instead, they're going to sit there and fucking like go, you know, all across the fucking spectrum of the fucking site and be like, oh no, everybody else is getting fucked over because this asshole's fucking dumbass bullshit from the Suicide Forest crap. It's like, no, just ban his fucking ass outright, dude. Be like, sorry, dipshit, you done fucked up because you're a fucking retard. Get fucked, motherfucker. That's what it should have been, honestly. That should have been the entire statement to his piece of shit ass. Been like, your channel's now gone, bitch. So, anyway. So. But yeah, I seriously fucking hate these guys so much, dude. And I hate it even more that they were born in the state that I live in right now. So. Although, to be fair, if I do become governor, there is also the possibility of me just exec ordering and making it so they can never come into the state ever again is what it is then. So there is that. So, without just being arrested on various charges, here's what it'll be then. So, which I'm sure I can make something up on that one. But I wouldn't even have to make anything up, dude, because I would just use like their own previous, you know, records of criminality against them at that point. Just be like, hey, we're just going to have arrest warrants out for the state of Ohio is what it is, bitch. You ever show up here, you're getting arrested on those fucking grounds, so it'll be, and you get transferred back to the other states to you know, get charges there is what it is then. So be extradition warrants, it would be then. So anyway, but yeah, I remember Caitlin Bennett years ago was actually on Logan Paul's dumbass fucking podcast there because he was trying to shit talk her about gun control crap at the time, whatever the case be as well, and she put him in his fucking place pretty good on that one. And I don't think she really changed his mind, but she basically showed how much of an inept dipshit he is on the Second Amendment is what it is then. So, anyway. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of fucking sick and tired of both these assholes what it is right now, man. And I think we're coming to a precipice in history right now where, like I said, I think it's not really going to matter in the long term because eventually karma is going to catch up to both these assholes what it is. And all the rest of these little douchebag fucking clout chasing asswipes on YouTube. Here's what it is. And society as a whole probably gonna murk what it'll be then, man. So, you know, they're gonna piss off the wrong people. And I mean that multiple people, honestly. I don't mean just one person, obviously. I mean, all it takes is one, obviously, but like I think it's gonna be like crowds of people at that point they're gonna piss off to the point where you're just gonna have like, you know, the pitchforks and torches come for them kind of thing is what it is there, man. So, or like I said, maybe it will be World War III, they get scripted in the military stuff like that, and then, you know, it'll be like the front lines of Ukraine and stuff like that where they get murked out or something like that. If that were the case, then. Speaking of which, I actually saw something real disgusting last night. It was this guy who is clearly either Down syndromed or, well, I don't think he's quite Down syndrome actually, but he's definitely like mentally impaired is what it is. Like you can tell he has like mental issues to where he has like he's not all there and stuff, like slowed speech and everything else like that. Like probably dropped on his head as a baby would be my guess kind of thing or something, maybe once or twice. And that's what caused like brain damage or something. And yeah, this poor guy was now conscripted into the Ukrainian military to be front lines and stuff like that for Zelensky's bullshit war there, to the point where you now have women joining up in the cause and stuff like that to like try to save people like that from actually being killed. And what's even more disgusting is I saw another video there in Ukraine where they have sent so many of their fucking fighting age dudes in the meat grinder at this point to be killed by Russian forces. Which I don't understand how the hell Zelensky's not being charged in a Nuremberg trial at this point for crimes against humanity and stuff like that. When he's literally massacred generation after generation of men in his country right now is what it is, dude. And you have them now sending what are clearly like 13 to 15-year-old boys on the fucking front lines, dude. And it's just like, wow, dude. And then meanwhile, you got all these blank checks being sent overseas, these assholes for fucking omnibus bills and stuff like that. And it's like, where's all this money going? And then you realize it's going in people's pockets and being, you know, literally fucking money laundered into some other countries, what it is, and you're there and stuff. Like, it's so fucking disgusting on so many different levels, man. So, but yeah, I think there's a lot of saber rattling going on right now of people just, you know, talking a lot of shit is what it is, and then other people just sitting there being like, oh yeah, we're going to do this, this, and that, or whatever the case be. It's like, well, just fucking get it over with, man. You know, make a fucking truce of some kind with no nuke usage at all, if that be the case then. And let's just fucking have it out, dude. Like, honestly, the best case scenario right now is like all these dipshit leaders across the world right now, whether it be Zelensky or Putin or Biden, etc., you know, Trudeau's another one of them, obviously. You know, you want to talk a bunch of shit, dude. How about you just jump out in the fucking front yourselves at that point and just go one-on-one people is what it is, dude. You know, show true leadership as a country's leader, man. And fucking fight these guys one-on-one is what it is. You know? Whether it be in a boxing ring or some kind of other ring for that matter. UFC fighting kind of shit or whatever the case be, man. Like, that would be the thing to do, honestly, right now. But, of course, there's too much of a bunch of scared-ass pussies to actually do that stuff, dude, because, you know, they'd be killed immediately on those things, what it is there. Like, they would literally have themselves beaten to death in the fucking middle of the ring is what it is then, man. So, in many cases, it'd be people too old is what it is than to actually fight legitimately is what it is. So they have to have some person fighting their steed kind of thing is what it'd be then. And it'd be a whole bunch of stupid bullshit then. And that's exactly what most fucking wars and conflicts are in this country and like other countries that matter. It's a bunch of people fighting someone else's steed for them instead of that person fighting for their own fucking selves is what it is then. It's like, yeah, you want to start some shit, dude? Fucking do it yourself is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Going full circle back, I have no problem fighting Logan Paul or Jake Paul for that matter myself right now is what it is, dude. Now, granted, I have less of a beef with Jake Paul personally. I have a huge beef with his brother Logan Paul is what it is, dude. And it mostly goes back to the Suicide Forest thing and costing me a fuck ton of money over the years on this and the other YouTube channels I have right now on the site is what it is here, man. We're being able to make real money with ad revenue and stuff like that. So, yeah, it bums me the fuck out, dude, because it's like, I could have easily at this point made tens of thousands of dollars on the site if it wasn't for that fucking asshole costing me AdSense and stuff like that years ago because of that bullshit ass stunt of his, dude. So, now, granted, I'm not so sure I would actually have an ability to make a claim against him and stuff like that for, you know, like class actions type of lawsuit kind of thing is what it is there. Because I think if I did, I guarantee I wouldn't be the only one, dude. There'd be a bunch of people suing his ass in that class action because it'd be like myself starting or whatever the case be, and then it'd be like, tens of thousands of other YouTubers at the time that got fucked over too, joining in on that one to just take him for fucking millions would be then. So, but anyway, it's a bunch of shit all the way around. I'll tell you what, man. It fucking pisses me off so much. So is what it is. Because again, it's like, you think about it and you're looking at these people and you're just like, these fucking turds that bring nothing to society at all have done nothing for society at all right now. That's another thing too, by the way. If they actually want to do something for society, dude, they would actually help better the state that they came from, financially, physically, whatever the case be. But instead, they're gonna take the fucking ball and run with it. Is what it is. Run to another state, make money there, keep the fortune and fame to themselves. What it is, kind of thing. Instead of actually, bringing some of that wealth back home, is what it is. Like, that's the one thing. I think, honestly, truthfully speaking, I would not hate Logan and Jake Paul as much as I do if they actually did anything for the state of Ohio, is what it is, dude. If they actually came to the state and made any kind of jobs, like created any kind of factory thing that made any kind of jobs and stuff like that, dude, with a couple $1,000,000 or something like that, did some kind of investment into the state, is what it is here. Like, maybe I wouldn't have such a fucking problem with these guys. But that's the thing. They have done absolutely nothing in their worthless ass lives to do that kind of thing, dude. They've sat there and made a ton of money. And then basically we're like, oh, no, fuck that. I'm going to go be all rich over here. That's what it is, dude. And that's the problem I have with these people entirely, dude. And it's not just that. It's the same thing across the board with all these fucking so-called celebrities and stuff like that, dude. They'll sit there and they'll, tear down everybody else, is what it is there, man. While making themselves rich and famous and everything else like that. And then meanwhile, the people that they tore down to get ahead, is what it is. They will never even fucking throw, $1 to, is what it is, man. So, and not to mention, especially going back to both Logan and Jake for that matter, they're just pompous assholes in general, dude. Like, they think their shit don't stink, is what it is, dude. And that's exactly why, like, I really just want to see them get their asses beat at this point, dude. Because it's like they need to get put in their fucking place, dude. They're honestly they're the generation of little pussy bitches in this country, honestly, dude. That never got fucking an ass beating by their parents, is what it is, dude. Never got taken over dad's knee or mom's knee or whatever the case be. Giving a swat on the ass or a couple of swats in the ass with a belt or something like that's what it is there. And that's exactly why I think I hate them more, honestly, because of that reasoning, dude. Because they never got their asses beat as kids for doing things wrong and doing like the wrong things, what it is there. Instead, they were the fucking everybody gets the trophy generation of dipshits, is what it is there. And then you wonder why they've made society so much worse by having people follow their retarded asses and their retarded antics and everything else like that. And then in turn, now and I'm going to point something out right now, right? So you have these fucking assholes start these stupid trends like that. And then you got these other morons out there, like that one fucking dipshit, that 6 foot something guy that got shot by the dude who was just doing delivery driver stuff, what it is there in that mall food court that day. You have dipshits like that being created out of these fucking idiots, dude. Because you got Logan and Jake Paul being the originators of the fucking dumbass little stunt bullshit and prank crap like that's what it is. And then you got these fucking idiots like that guy, whose name has escaped me right now. I want to say Turner, but I could be wrong about that one. But anyway, the guy who was walking around with his phone basically fucking people is what it is and fuck with the wrong guy and stuff like that. And then was like aggressively going after this dude and stuff like that and got popped a couple times. Tanner Cook, that's what it was. I think that's what it was, right? Yeah, it was Tanner something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that to make sure on that one. Yeah, okay, it was Tanner Cook then, yeah. Yeah, they create the Tanner Cooks of the world is what it is, dude. And so it's like one generation of stupidity creating a worse generation of stupidity is what it is there. So, yeah, it's a bunch of crap all the way around, dude. And I'm fucking sick and tired of all of it. And I guarantee I'm not the only one out here. I'm just the only one willing to say this stuff is what it is, man. So, anyway, that's about it for today, though. Like I said, we'll be back later for the solar eclipse thing in about 10 hours, give or take. I'm not sure exactly when I'll start the actual stream. I'm gonna try to do it for the most part of the whole thing, actually, because I know there's supposed to be I was looking at something last night on X here that was showing totality and stuff like that, and exactly what's going to be out there in Cleveland for totality and stuff. And it was, so I can find it real quick here now. Yeah, it was. Let's see, this is Vermont. Okay, New York, Pennsylvania. Okay, yeah, the one in Cleveland is supposed to start 1:59 p.m. Totality begins 3:13 p.m. The maximum thing is 3:15 p.m. and the totality ends at 3:17 p.m. And then the whole thing ends at 4:29 p.m. today. So, yeah, so right around 2 o'clock is what it sounds like then, is when it'll actually begin to go over the things what it is there. So, and then it'll be roughly an hour later when it'll actually be in like full like eclipse mode then for 4 minutes. So it'll be, and then it'll start to fade back to the other side is what it is. Take about an hour to do that is what it is then. So anyway, but yeah, so that should be interesting to see what happens there, man. So I don't know. But yeah, like I said, the fucking Paul family just pisses me off is what it is, dude. So, and those, like what I mentioned earlier was just like the main reasons, obviously, but there's other things no matter what the day is that just get me kind of fired up about these fucking idiots what it is, dude, because again, it's these fucking clown asses like that'll get, some kind of fame or fake fame or whatever the case be there is. And they'll proceed to basically bullshit some more, spewing fucking lies and stuff like that as if it's reality. And it's fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. So, actually, speaking of disgusting, I don't know if you guys know who Kaylee Gaines is. She's a little girl that got her fucking head beat in by that black girl in Missouri there in the school's parking lot area and stuff. Kaylee Gaines' school refuses to turn over records after state AG says he wants alleged attacker charged as an adult. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Take that entire school to fucking task at that point. Every single adult that's in that fucking thing, dude. Because you guys know for a fact what happened there, right? Is that you actually had, I've actually heard, like, I was looking over the story after it happened, is what it was there. What ended up happening was after the fact, the reason this whole attack happened on that girl is what it was there, man, this Kayla girl, is like a year or two ago, you had this piece of shit ass school there in Missouri who already had a bunch of fights going on out there is what it was. Try to force school resource officers to do some DEI bullshit there is what it was then. And then from there, they're all like, no, we're not doing that stuff. And they're like, well, we're not going to have school resource officers anymore. And so they had nobody to stop these fights is what it was then. They have continued daily fights at this fucking school pretty much is what it is for the past couple of years now is what it was. And it basically led to this Kayla girl almost getting her fucking head beaten in the pavement is what it is there. And beaten to death almost on the sidewalk is what it is there, man. So, which the ironic thing there is what it is it's kind of what needs to happen to both Logan and Jake Paul on that one, dude. Like, if you ever seen the video of this Kayla girl getting, fucking like whammed down a bunch of times, is that what needs to happen to the Paul family is what it is. So, anyway, but yeah, it's just fucked up what happened to that girl, and unfortunately, she has like severe issues now, and like serious brain damage and stuff like that now too. So, but no, like seriously, though, for real, man, like, Jesus fucking Christ. Scientists now claim wearing jeans is bad for the environment. Go fuck off, man. Go fuck off, you fake scientists. Fucking scumbags. We got Biden to roll out another massive student loan forgiveness plan and latest vote buying scheme. So here's my problem with that, right? Okay. Vote buying is illegal, by the way, for those who don't know, man. It's actually every time you buy someone's vote, every time you commit voter fraud and stuff like that, it's supposed to be 1 year and 1 day in jail and a $10,000 fine per person's vote you buy, basically. It's exactly why Andrew Yang should be in prison right now for over a decade of his life. He should be in there for about 12 and a half years or so, give or take, right now is what it is. And it's just like Biden, dude. Like, every person whose student loans are being paid off under these bullshit schemes, what it is, man, needs to be and if they turn out to be a voter for him and stuff like that, need to be another year and a day in charge and stuff like that, what it is, man, for various crimes. So, yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. And that's the real problem entirely with our society is that we'll never have these people actually, get dealt with their right ways what it is, man. So, but anyway. But yeah, Logan is fucking for real retarded as fuck, dude. So, anyway. People are talking about, I guess there's some people out there right now doing some stuff and basically showing why people should vote for Trump again is what it is then. So, yeah, good stuff, man. But anyway. Huh, that's interesting. I was watching a video here that was talking about can a turtle actually take off its shell and then it's showing the outside of it and the inside of it and stuff like that. It's like, turns out they can't actually because the way that their body structure is, basically, it looks like it actually forms onto their spinal cord is what it does then. So that's pretty wild. I know that apparently Drew McIntyre beat Seth Rollins last night for the title. Then apparently it was about a minute or two later he was grandstanding in front of CM Punk, and then Punk's bitch ass yanked him off the table, and then basically you had Damian Priest finally cashing the Money in the Bank and beat Drew McIntyre for the title. That is what it is. So we got like two different world champions then in a time span of about 10 minutes or so, which was obviously first was McIntyre, and then it was obviously Damian Priest after the fact of what was there. So then, of course, you had Cody Rhodes win the title from Roman Reigns finally, which is more than needed to happen at this point, honestly. My biggest problem in general with that whole thing was, though, is Roman's entire title defense history for that title is what it is, dude. The guy held the title for like almost 2 years now or something like that, or maybe a little over 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. But the entire problem is, though, when you look at previous title runs from that entire time span and stuff like that, from like the 80s, 90s, etc., there, where it was people like Hulk Hogan and stuff like that back in the day, or these guys from the 70s and shit, they defended their title like 7 times more than Roman Reigns ever did, dude. Roman had like 50-something title reigns or whatever the case be in that time span. These other guys like Hogan and all these dudes from the 70s, like Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that, it was like 200-300 fucking title runs is what it was, dude. Like 200-300 title matches is what it was there. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit entirely, man. I also seem to remember a time in history in WWE and stuff like that where you actually had 30 days to either defend a title or vacate it. And I know damn well that people like Logan Paul have exceeded that time span a lot already is what it is, dude. And it's a bunch of shit all the way around, dude. Again, another reason to hate that fucking guy, man. So, anyway. But, yeah, needless to say, I really fucking hate that dude so much, man. I really fucking do. And I hate his brother Jake, too, for that matter, man. Like, they're both fucking scumbags entirely. So, anyway. But like I said, we can only hope that they finally get their comeuppance pretty soon is what it is, dude. And they finally get the karma smacking them right in the fucking mouth at some point here in the future. So, anyway. But yeah, other than that, that's where we're for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be back, like I said, about 10 hours from now, give or take. Maybe a little bit faster than that for the eclipse itself. And we'll probably do like a 2 or 3 hour stream then. Just have the camera rolling and stuff during that time period. If anything happens, it happens. If something does happen where, like God forbid, like it actually is like the rapture or something like that, it'll be, you'll obviously see the camera probably go dark is my guess, honestly. And then it'll just be an issue like that is what it is, man. Or, God forbid there's like a solar flare / EMP or something hits the day. Yeah, same thing will happen there where you'll have the shit go south is what it is then. So, but anyway. Other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See y'all on the next one. If nothing else, if YouTube does try to strike the channel for this stream is what it is, I will simply use the Lily Ricky backup channel. That's what it is now. So, anyway, till later. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, all that good stuff. if you plan on these things today, for God's sakes, be armed, dude, especially if you're going to be in a gathering of any kind, because there's been talk of Islamic terrorism and everything else like that going on. And the last thing I want to see is people get, killed because of a bunch of douchebaggery like that. That's what it is in our country right now. That shouldn't even be here to begin with. So, but yeah, like I said, my plan is going to be about 8.5, 9 hours from now. I'll be getting back up then from a nice little nap I'm going to take here and nice little respite I'll take in the next hour or so. And then around like 1:30 or so, I'm going to get something to eat, obviously, and then basically sit down here and just start streaming and stuff like that. Most likely after that is what it'll be right around 2 o'clock then. So, and then I'll probably, most likely I'll go outside or at least go check out the windows and stuff like that, see if I can actually see the eclipse and stuff like that kind of fading over and stuff. So, which there might be a point actually just go outside is what it is then during the actual stream itself then or something like that. I don't know if there's a way I can actually add myself to the stream or not from my phone and whatnot, because if I could probably do that if that were the case, maybe, or a tablet or something maybe, but I'm not sure if I can do that or not. So, but yeah, my plan right now is out there and just sort of, kind of like one of those kind of things, maybe wearing the hat, maybe do the hat down like that and just be like not quite look up, anything like that, but like, just sort of look and see if I can actually see like the shit going and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, though, it should be fun though. This will be the first total solar eclipse I've actually had in this state, I believe, in my lifetime, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's been other ones around the country in the past like 5-10 years or so, but this is the first one that's going completely over Ohio is what it is then. So since like I think it was 18 something hundred or whatever the case be, like 1814, 1820, something like that's what it is. So, and I was actually looking up some stuff the other day about it, and they were talking about how there was at least one in the 1800s and stuff like that had some comet thing after it or whatever the case be, and it like knocked out like power and stuff to certain places back then and stuff. So who the hell knows, dude? Maybe it will happen again. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't know. I feel like anything's on the table right now. If that means we don't have power for like several days here, it's going to suck, obviously, because, it is only like 40 degrees outside right now. And, yeah, it's going to be not a fun day, not a fun week, if the power is going out and stuff like that, bro. So, anyway. But, yeah, other than that, though, it's been fucking real. Fuck Logan and Jake Paul for real, man. Both their asses should be in federal prison right now for various felonies. And it's really as simple as that, honestly. So later, everybody. See ya.